Mele Kaliki Maka. Every day through December up to and including Christmas Day, I am posting a new and actually useful tip for staying sober through the holiday season. Subscribe if you would like to see what I've got to say. Today's topic is a relatively controversial one. We'll be talking about negative visualization. I am Sober Claus, and it's beginning to look a lot like Bat Country. Negative visualization is a technique that I genuinely use pretty much every day. It has become one of the most effective tools that I have in my sobriety arsenal. It works in the very long term, but it also works in the very short, immediate term too. If you're familiar with the language of AA, you might know this as playing the tape out. I know it as premeditatio malorum, because I'm fucking fancy. What I'm talking about is a little bit bigger in scope than the AA concept of playing the tape out, but that is a good place to start. It's like this: every time you feel that tug on your sleeve, or that whisper in your ear, in your own voice, compelling you that one drink would be okay, you visualize the last relapse that you had. You play the tape out. Where does that one drink lead? You start by remembering the terrible feeling the next day, and how that day, the next day, you couldn't stop yourself from just taking one more drink to take the edge off. And you know where that leads, right? You know. And then you remember yourself sitting on the toilet with your forehead against the cool glass of the shower, just feeling miserable. Or you might remember the pinch of the cuffs being tightened around your wrists, or the sting of the lights on the hospital ward. You might imagine your car wrapped around a lamppost after you fought so hard to get your license back. You imagine losing the only job that would have you. You imagine the fear and the concern on the faces of your loved ones, or the look of confusion in your children's eyes. And if you imagine all of that, and you still choose to drink, then imagine my ugly face calling you a selfish prick. That is playing the tape out. That voice in your ear, in your own voice, telling you that you're fine to have one drink, is lying to you. And you know it. You know that you are not fine to have one drink. You're barely fine to have 0 drinks. Because it's not one drink, is it? It's all of them. And then all of that negative visualization just becomes your reality. And what you're doing when you're playing the tape out is a process of negative visualization. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, is a process, a principle of ancient Stoic philosophy. While it sounds like a terrible and depressing and pessimistic technique to be constantly visualizing the worst possible outcomes, it is in fact a strategy that fosters and promotes mental and emotional resilience and fortitude, as well as gratitude. The process of negative visualization teaches you to truly appreciate whatever you have in your life that could be lost at any moment. So, go forth this Christmas and play the tape out. Do the process of negative visualization. Imagine the worst possible outcomes coming real. But also, try to enjoy Christmas. Sobriety isn't supposed to be all doom and gloom. I am Sober Claus, and I wish you a very sober Christmas. Good luck out there.